Y'all, I don't know how they did it, but they did it again. Hello, my lovely monsters. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I got to play the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, like all of you. And I just wanted to make this video to gather all of my thoughts. This is unscripted, so it's going to be a little hectic and all over the place, but I just wanted to make something because it's so good. Capcom was able to do the impossible and sacrifice a chicken, a virgin, multiple virgins. I don't know. The point that I'm trying to make is this game is so good, it's going to cure my depression. It's going to cure your depression. It's going to unshoot Tupac. It's going to bring Harambe back. It's going to do everything. It's amazing. Am I in the honeymoon phase? Yes. Do I believe everything I'm saying? Also, yes. The game feels amazing. It plays good. It looks good. We already have a top tier meme with like the low poly origami monsters. Everything's looking up right now. You know what I mean? And I can't believe it. I can't believe they were able to capture lightning in a bottle for a second time. That being said, the beta was just the opening area, the Windward Plains, I believe it was called, and the first chapter, the first story mission, I suppose, and the character customization. And the first thing I want to talk about is the character customization. It felt really good, and it was so cool and in depth. And we're already, I saw so many cool characters, you know, like Robert Downey Jr. and Mr. Satan. That's awesome. And after you do that, you hop right into the game, and your hunter is on a boat in the sand, which makes me happy. And and then you flash back to this old dude who tells you about this kid. Wasn't really paying attention. I was way too excited, but the kid's important. His necklace is important. The new handler seems way less annoying. So everything's looking up. You look over to the side, and there's a little girl riding a secret being chased by fucking demon drill worms. And you just jump off the boat and get right into the action. And the game looks amazing. It feels so good. And as you're riding along, the atmosphere just grabs a hold of you, and you're in it. You and your palico are on the back of a secret, and you're just running through this ocean of sand as the worm, Balahabara, I think, whatever they're called, the fucking drill snake things, are just diving in and out of the sand. The little girl gets sucked into like a whirlpool, like quicksand trap, and you have to rip the talons off of some of the like little wing drake things flying around you, and you use that to like stun them. And then you jump down in it and jump on the other one with the girl and save her and ride out, and then you're just running from them, and they're jumping and diving. You have to keep using your slinger to hit the sand to stun more of the monsters, and then you have to like pull a rock thing down on top of it. And it was so energetic and fast-paced, but it wasn't like chaotic. It felt very cinematic, I think is the word I'm looking for. It felt very cinematic, and one thing I really liked was like your hunter is talking and your palico is talking, and you know, I thought I was going to be more annoyed with the palico speaking English, but honestly it just kind of felt like there was actually another character there, and I dig it, and I'm looking forward to more of it in the future. As you're running through the desert and protecting the little girl, the expedition team on the boat throws you a great sword, and it lands in the sand, and you just whiz past it, grab it, jump off, and like hit one of the monsters in the face. Some real peak anime shit, which was dope. After that, the team decides to split up. The people on the boat go set up a camp somewhere. You and your handler, Alma, I believe is her name, go find the little girl's brother. The first thing you do is there's a little side camp where you get to pick your weapon, and it was really cool to see like the test that they give you to see what weapon works for you. I didn't really take it because I've been playing Monster Hunter since 3, so I know what I'm using. But I think it's really cool for new players that that's there. After you pick your weapon, you can kind of test it out on a little barrel. I kind of wish there was more of a testing feature in the beta, but I'm sure it'll be there in the main game. This was more of like a server test kind of thing, I think. So it's a tiny nitpick. It doesn't even take any points off of this not review that I'm doing, but that's something that I hope is there in the future. So after you pick your weapon, you hop back on the secret and head towards the cave where the brother is in danger. And again, the secret feels really cool. It feels very intuitive and the animations are great. I love when it gets on all fours and runs. It's so cute like that. And I'm super excited to like get my own. And whether that be the one that you get here or like later if you can get another one, however they want to do it. But I can't wait to like customize it and name it and stuff. That's going to be super exciting. Once you get into the cave, you see that the little girl's brother is about to get his ass whooped by a Chatacabra. And you hop in, you shoot like a bramble bush on its face, and then you get to your first hunt of the demo, which is against the big frog with the weird butthole. And the combat feels great. At this point, it's a very easy hunt, obviously, but just in that little tease, the weapons feel great. The wound system is really neat, and the more I got into it as the beta went on, I love it. I love how the weapons feel. I love how you utilize wounds to do bigger attacks and stuff. It's really neat and definitely adds some serious like flair and spice and that juice to the combat, which I know some people weren't the biggest fan of Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak, but I loved how flashy it was and how anime it felt, if that makes sense. So to add that a little bit in wild, but still keeping it grounded, I think was fantastic. So after you beat the Chatacabra, you head towards the camp that everyone's at, and the brother and sister are reunited, and they express thanks. You express your thanks, and then you get a really cool new thing from Monster Hunter, which was like the character dialogue stuff, which was exciting. And I love the fact that your hunter is now more of a character in that you get to choose and kind of explore the world through dialogue like that. Very interesting, and I'm looking forward to how that's utilized going forward. And as an example of that, there was kind of a moment where the brother, who is a native to the area that you're at, has like never seen a hunter before. He's like never seen the weapons or anything. And Alma even says that like these weapons are never meant to be used against people or whatever. And it's cool that they kind of touch into that because like hunters are kind of like super soldier-esque from my understanding in the lore. So it's really cool to see like a normal person be like, how did you fight that giant frog by yourself? And definitely makes you feel like a badass, and it kind of gives you some world building. So I'm excited to see where that goes. After that, you just get to explore the world. There is a Doshugama hunt, like the big bear lion thing that's ugly as sin. But I got to put some respect on its name because he hits really hard. And the pack stuff is fun and annoying in all the best ways. Like you really have to make sure that you peel off the alpha, right, to get him away from the pack. That's really neat. And then, after you do that hunt, you just get to hunt. And I made sure to hunt everything as many times as I possibly could before the beta was over with as many weapons that I like as possible. So I used sword and shield and great sword and insect glaive and charge blade and switch axe and all that good stuff. And they all feel so cool. They all feel so fluid. And I just wanted to keep playing the game for as long as I could. And now I'm in the weird, depressing, when is February gonna get here mode. Ray Dow, the big lightning bird, the apex predator of the Windward Plains, was a hell of a fun hunt. And because you're in beta mode where you don't get your builds and all that stuff, was challenging. And he was fun and big and really showcased the like weather and environment part, because that sandstorm kicks up and the lightning starts striking, and then you see Ray Dow and everything's so gloomy and dark, and its presence is huge. It is this big apex predator that earns the title. I hope that makes some sense. It's grandiose, and I know that's not even like the big monster, right? Like we don't even really know what like the Elder Dragon is gonna be, and there's still so much that I'm waiting to see. But just from this little portion of the game, it's feels so good. Like it feels like World, but bigger and better. And I know that sounds like duh, but like I really mean it captures that feeling that World had, like this new Monster Hunter experience, but they cranked it up to 100, and it's almost surreal. Like it's crazy to think that like this is Monster Hunter 6, and in a few short months we're gonna be in there like swimwear. You know what I mean? Like I can't wait for February. It can't get here fast enough. So I think that's about everything. Like I said, I hunted everything, used all the weapons that I usually main. They all feel great. The world looks beautiful. The hunting system is really cool. The get up and go aspect felt really cool. It felt good to just jump on the secret and then just go. And you know, if you want to go hunt the Chatacabra or a Doshugama or wait for a Ray Dow, you could do that. And you just run around and grab stuff. And, you know, the cooking stuff, like the timer was cool. It really felt like, you know, you could just set out on an adventure. And I'm sure in the final release of the game where like you can go from one area to another, it's going to be insane. And, you know, I know it's just a beta, and I know, you know, you're not supposed to count your chickens before they hatch, right? But it just felt good, and Monster Hunter's never let me down before, so I'm just excited. You know, my review of the beta was it's amazing, and if you're not hype, get hype, because this game is going to be wild. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to talk to me, you can always talk to me down in the comment section below. If you don't know what to say, how about just wild? That seems appropriate. If you're looking forward to more Monster Hunter content, I'm going to be making a lot of stuff about Monster Hunter Wilds, but I've also made some videos about Magnamalo, Malzeno. If you want me to cover a different monster, please talk to me in the comment section below. It's right down there. That would be amazing. If you could do me a favor and leave the subscribe button in the quicksand trap, that would be amazing. Thank you. Shout out to all of the new subscribers. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I hope you have a joyous day despite the world trying to tear you down. I will see all of you beautiful monsters next time.